door or on the dresser, that'd be appreciated also. All your linen that you rented from us, just turn it into the back of the dining hall where there's a sign that says the phone, just go right straight back and drop it off on the right-hand side. Appreciate that. Don't forget to turn your clocks back. We're no longer going to be on camp time tonight. When you go to bed, set your clocks back. Or I should say, set them ahead. It's now actually 7:15 camp time, but it's really 8:15 world time. So don't forget to set your clock ahead. Checkout time is no later than 10 a.m. in the morning. And we would like, if you would be out of the cabins by 10 a.m. so we can get in there and get them cleaned up and replenish time to get to the building. Appreciate it. I've got a few specifics I'd like to get up so you don't need to do this, but there was some extraordinary things that took place this week, so I'd like to give a couple of words and stuff. First of all, I'd like to have everybody give a big hand to John Greeden and Mr. Tanter. Are they here? Oh, okay. All right. I also gave out an award tonight for the youngest at heart, and that goes to Philip Rader. He graduated in 1933.
forward to third week because second week is so lousy. Because third week is such nice people. Ones that come back year after year, and the new ones that somehow sneak in and come up for the fourth. People are wondering next year when we will celebrate the fourth, since it falls on a Friday. Saturday. We'll celebrate it on Friday. And I had it written down. Third week.
27?
Third week will begin June 27th.
Wow.
And we'll celebrate on July 3rd.
That's not appropriate to do the 4th of July and the 3rd. Why can't you extend camp for 1 day?
Okay, we'll put it to a vote next week and see what they think. So if you want to come up for the 4th, that'll be the week. Seriously though, this is a fun week for us, and we do enjoy having you all here. Now that we are at the end of our week, we need to select several of you to help us tonight as far as cleanup crew. Every year we pick somebody, and we used to kid and say that we're having a drawing for Swiss camp. This year we actually have somebody who was actually at the Swiss camp. Jack Birchfield can be our skipper this week. Hey, you won't.
Is that a Swiss flag?
He's a skipper. You know, all those the times I told you that we were making a drawing for Swiss camp, and I won. So hang in there, you still get a chance. I'm happy to be back up here this week. We got in late last night and slept a couple hours and washed some socks. Flew up here, and it finally just kind of caught up with me. I think we're about 6 hours past my bedtime. Anyway, it's a real pleasure to be up here and see quite a few of you as I drove around the camp, checking up on Greg and Don and seeing that everything was running fine without me. So, what do we do? This year we don't have the kitchen hats, but we do have these. They're grease filters. So, they look nice. And we'll have an honest draw here. Jack will draw. That's right. Everybody's name is in at least once. Some more than once. Other things have changed. All right, there's your cleanup crew. All right, now I guess we have a show for tonight. I know we have a show. Get our MC up here.
remarks said nothing about her life, you'd suddenly know she's been to Colorado and she's been to Hawaii. She just slips that in. It's not. The diaper was designed for safety, meaning to keep them on the boat. There are people who have reported it has had an additional safety factor. And that since these men want hobbies, birth control, the need for birth control has become obsolescent. I'm Raymond. By special request, John is doing oldies but goodies and oldies but goodies and some new wonderful songs for us.
Thank you. I think I'll put it. Two years ago, when Judy was the entertainment director, we decided as a family we needed to entertain. I'll hold it. It looks like a singer, right? That's okay. I'll hold it. Anyhow, that was my impetus to come up here, and now I'm in my third year, and you can't hold me off the stage anymore. But I do want you to know part of the problem about doing songs only about camp is that I'm anxious when I get up here every year to see if I can use my old songs or if things have changed and I no longer can. And I always felt one of my best songs was about Jack, and of course, I didn't expect Jack to be here. I only hoped he'd show up. And I'm glad I'm here early enough in the evening, Jack, to do a reprise of my song about you, which there was a great debate in my family about. My wife thought with Greg now in charge, it might be inappropriate to still be singing about Jack, although I pointed out how easy it was to switch to the past tense in my song. So I will be pleased to redo my Jack song, which I'm very fond of, but I will let you know that my singing it is the result of a compromise because we have a sequel to it about Greg, and we have a new author of that song, but I'm the designated singer. I'll tell you about that after I do Jack again. You kept us all coming back, Jack. You kept this camp in the black, Jack. Your special spirit sparkled even when it's gloomy and it's gray. When we said Michigania, Jack Birchfield is what we used to say. Your introductions crackled with wit, Jack. So what if you got tongue-tied a bit, Jack? You had the cafeteria dishing out the food to beat the band. You had our camp hysteria tuned to fever pitch throughout the land. You were there to greet us when we arrived, Jack, and to say goodbye if we survived, Jack. You were the glue that held this camp together like a rock. You let moms and babes cut in line. You made sure we were feeling fine. I'm glad you were a friend of mine, Jack. Coming back and giving me the chance to sing that again.
One more time. Only go so far.
Before I sing the sequel, I'd like to introduce the author of the sequel. She's asked me to sing it, and I shall. But Susan McEwen wrote these words, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy them. Sue, would you stand up and take a bow? You thought the Swiss had more class, Jack. You chose elite over mass, Jack. The chairs in the lounge are simply not right. Greg. The gazebo's blocking our sight. Greg. I've had my skipper for 10 years, maybe 12 or even more. Now you've made me check out anew, and this year I've been grounded on the shore. You bought new cowboy helmets to ride. Greg. Our feet must hang by our side. Greg. We all appreciate changes left and right to beat the band, though we gesticulate at every change of state. We think you're doing great. Great. There is a camp named Michigania. When you arrive here, you will drive up Welcome Hill. There you can always get your fill of warm juice of bug. Chug-a-lug. Then you get your sheets and lanyards and you're on your way. You drive down through weeds to find your new abode. When your trappings have been stowed, you can do your thing till the camp bells ring. Lake Walloon is in my heart and on my mind. Here beneath the blue Petoskey sky. Meanwhile, back at Lake Walloon, the first night meals are always wonderful. That's to put you in the proper frame of mind. But I fear it won't be kind to say anymore. We'll shut that door. After dinner at the flagpole, campers congregate. It's a chance to meet and greet our fellow loons. And the staffers do a skit. It is always sharp, Mr. Carp. Lake Walloon is in my heart and on my mind. Here beneath the blue and yellow sky. They're oldie to be followed by a new one. If they could see me now, that hometown gang of mine, the way that we vacation here would blow their mind. What a vacation, holy cow, they'd never believe it if my friends could see me now. I've got no carpet soft, I've got no tub for baths. Instead of streets and sidewalks, I've got dusty paths. What a dust hole, holy cow, they'd never believe it if my friends could see me now. I've got sand in my shoes, I've got sand in my bed. Sometimes it even seems I've got sand in my head. What a sand pit, holy cow, they'd never believe it if my friends could see me now. I've got stains on my hands from making belts, of course. And I've got pains in other places from a horse. What a saddle sore, oh what will I do? If you had my problem, you'd walk this way too. Last night on my front porch, I had a real surprise. Staring in my flashlight beam were two bright eyes. She had a white stripe down her back. They'd never believe me if my friends could see me now. About our parade, since we're the only week of the parade, we ought to have a song about it. Really, I'd have a beginning like Robert Preston, who led into this song in The Music Man with some words that I will have to work on. But here's the song anyhow. 7 and 6-year-olds led the big parade, with 11 and 10-year-olds right behind. Some were bandaged and splotched with paint. Macy's parade, this ain't what is the best parade that we have here. There's a pickup truck, a fire truck, a garbage truck, dusty jeeps, rusty heaps, Eric sheeps, and more. Equestrians, pedestrians, thespians, and less believable creatures that you've never seen before. Glenn came and did an astronomy show this year because I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I've been saving this. Glenn, this is a short song for you. One of my favorite songs from Guys and Dolls. When you see a guy shine a light in the sky, you can bet that he's shining it at some star. It's our friend, it's Glenn, and he's at it again. Up on the hill, doing it still, he always will. This is my little homage to Real Diamond. Yellow lanyard, yellow. This year I wear yellow. Last year I wore a blue lanyard. But now this year I'm blue no more. Yellow. I learned how to sail at camp, they gave me a skipper. I learned how to come about, to moor and to tack. But oh, what a rude surprise, that day I did realize I was the first to sign out Smilin' Jack. That meant I had to do all of the rigging. That's something I had always let other folks do. I hadn't a clue at all of what I should do at all. I feared they'd strip my skipper, they'd rip away my skipper. I feared they'd strip my skipper from me. Is this the shower where I shivered when I was showering past 5? Is this the long barn where I cowered when birds dived? When did the North Lounge get so cushy? When did this place become the Ritz? Wasn't it yesterday? It was the pits. Some ride, some sit. Some race, some knit. Swiftly fly the days, one mealtime following another. All of us balancing our trays. Fond memories of our times together, as out on Lake Walloon we gaze. It's dedicated to Ray Tanters and John Greedon over there. This is my favorite song of all. Late night at the faculty forum. Will the faculty bore us? Will a quorum appear? Remember the question's not what topic he'll take, but rather what's the case?
Then there's another one, and the last one by me at least. This one is about a preacher who went down in the cellar to pray. This is an echo song, and that means that I'll sing one verse, and you have to echo what I sing. Now, I've only got about 5 or 6 verses here, so that means you're going to have to think up the rest of them for me, okay? And I think you'll get a chance to do that as we go along. We start another key. The preacher went down in the cellar to pray. He found a job. And he stayed all day. Oh, the preacher went down in the cellar to pray. He found a job and he stayed all day. Ain't I gonna grieve my Lord no more? I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Oh, you can't.
Greg kind of caught me off guard when he asked me to come up and pull out your names to clean up the floor.
I got to say a few things. I went to the Swiss trip, and if any of you get the chance to go, take it. It's great. Had a great time. And one of the questions everybody would ask is, how does this compare to Walloon? Well, you can't get to heaven. Can't be to heaven if you're alive. But anyway, I would say, you can't top the Matterhorn and this type of thing, but it's not all bad watching the moon come down through the narrows on the lake at full, and the staff over there weren't quite as good looking as the directors were here. And the food, we had the Italian waiters bring it out to the table. Just like here. And I said, the thing, I guess, it's like our East Camp and our West Camp, and it's like Walloon. It's the people who make the camp. And I was just happy to be back up with the people for the third week. And,
We have a special award for Ray. He's just brought so much enthusiasm with him this week, and that's what we all need, especially on Friday night when we're all feeling so low. We have a very special award for him. I hope you've all noticed his enthusiasm on the tennis court. It extends far beyond the Middle East, we've found out. He really has enjoyed tennis this year. He's played every day. He's played with Becky, the tennis instructor.
He's played tennis with Becky.
He's played with He's played with his son. And he's made the finals in the men's doubles.
They won the men's final.
I'm really out of date here. And still he had enough energy to vault the net and congratulate his opponents. So for Ray, we have the Jimmy Connors Over the Net Award.
The first thing I wanted to say was that I think everybody here is probably like me. And I would dream to come up here and sing like Steve Vandervoort and other people, but unfortunately I have a voice just like John Cameron. John, for you, write some songs for Dionne Warwick. Look what it did for Burt Bacharach. What I would really like to do tonight, for Pam and Margie, they have no idea what this is all about. I had a story, and luckily, if it gets too bad, just say something, put your hands up. They say we're not done yet. As a former director, how's that? I don't even like. As a former director, we all do our part. And the thing is, amidst all the fun and frivolity tonight, I really would like to interject a little bit of seriousness and nostalgia. Everybody here, if you were next year's director, right?
Get his man up.
Everybody here, if they were to look at my wife, Mark, it'd be hard to believe that we are now 12-year campers. And a lot of times, look at you, you know. This is seriousness and nostalgia. Wait.
caffeine, nicotine, two of the three legalized drugs. But he was in actuality giving up alcohol. The first, they don't really believe it. The first day at camp, John dropped a $23 bottle of scotch on the porch floor and it sunk into the porch. So for John, we're giving the 2 out of 3 ain't bad award. We're awarding you a bottle of Michigania mash. It's brewed with pure, undiluted Walloon Lake water. And we hope that will replace your bottle of scotch.
Say it.
The whalers are about to begin.
We've written some songs that reflect our feelings about Camp Michigania, and the first one tells how we all felt when we received the application.
Bet you wondered how we knew about the way to come here to love our friends we knew before. Here in Michigania, 1 year more. It took me by surprise, I must say, when the application came that day. Don't you know I heard it through the grapevine? To the post office I must rush in time. Don't you guess I heard it through the grapevine? And I'm just about to lose my mind. Honey, honey, yeah. Be my baby.
One of the favorite activities of the 6 and unders is horseback riding, but is it a favorite activity of the parents? Listen to lead line and find out.
All the 5 and 6-year-olds love to ride on lead line. Put your old shoes on your feet and you roll your luckiest line. Mommy, Daddy, keep it up. Mommy, Daddy, don't stop. Get more times around you go and pray the horses don't drop. As we wait for the counselors, as we picture the new day, we can't wait to begin. As the dawn comes, we'll make another candle or two, and a new day will begin.
Two years. 2 years. 2 years. We did sell this week 82 tickets. Thank you very much. $410. That brings our total. You'll have to look on that graph. I don't remember what it is. But as you know, the money goes to program equipment. Last year we raised over $5,000. Goes directly into the program budget. Tonight we're going to draw 3 tickets. We have most of them in here. Most of the small families. And the winners tonight will win a set of the camp tumblers here, and then be entered into the grand prize drawing, which will be held at the last Keg and Coke. And the winner there will win a fees paid week next summer, week of their choice. Assisting me on the drawing tonight is our administrative assistant, Craig Williams. All right, and the first ticket tonight.
Number off a slave.
No, that's too. Reisman family.
planning this all week. What we wanted to do was choose someone who would keep this whole thing in the proper perspective. For next year, the chairman of the entertainment committee. And Mark and I both feel that having two people for you to hate is better than nothing, just one. We also felt that we ought to choose people who keep it in the proper perspective. So, with Pat Chapman, and Marty Hahn, please come forward. Ladies, I just want to tell you that I think this needs the women's touch. You do one nice thing for these folks, they ask for your help out at the last minute, this is what you get for it.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Okay, before we go, I think there's a couple people who really deserve a round of applause. Our two co-entertainment chair people this year.